Man, oh man. They done did my dog wrong, bro. We ain't gonna do too much talking though. Yo, what's up, swag gang? You already know what time it is, man. It's your boy Keon KL Swag. Back here with a video, man. Tory Lanez found guilty. See, now I was not gonna react to this. I'm not gonna lie. I was not gonna react to it, man. Now I'm not gonna say too much. Y'all know I keep it real, but I don't wanna say too much. I don't wanna. I ain't gonna say too much about it, but I'm gonna say enough. Let's check it out. Shout out to Jamari, man, for the video. Jamari, man, shout out to the bro for the video.
Staring forward the entire time. They polled the jurors to make sure that what everybody was saying was in fact guilty. They went through 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 to 12. Every single person said guilty. Tory was taken into custody, remanded into custody. No bond at this time. Sentencing is set for January 27th. Guilty on all 3 counts. Tory Lanez will be sentenced on January 27th. He has been remanded and taken into custody by the Los Angeles Sheriff.
Well, there you guys have it. In the case of Daystar Peterson, aka Tory Lanez, versus the state of California, Tory has now been found guilty on all 3 charges of shooting Meg Thee Stallion in the foot. And for those of you who haven't been following this court case as closely as I have, let me kind of just break down this story for you based on the witness testimony and based on what everyone's been saying for the last 2 years while they've been waiting for this to go to trial. So to really understand this story, you have to go all the way back to the summer of 2020. Meg Thee Stallion and Tory Lanez are both equally coming up in the music scene very quickly. They're garnishing a lot of fans, they're getting a lot of mainstream attention, and all of a sudden they start being pictured together everywhere they go. A lot of people start to assume they're romantically
going crazy
involved,
though. He was going crazy.
Then that all came crashing down on that summer night in 2020.
He was going crazy.
Meg Thee Stallion was chilling at Kylie Jenner's house. She tells Tory Lanez to come on over, come hang out. Something goes down there at that Kardashian mansion. Meg Thee Stallion, her best friend Kelsey Harris, and Tory Lanez all decide to dip out. They're driving in this car. It's safe to assume that the 3 of them were all pretty drunk. They start fighting about something. Meg Thee Stallion wants to get out the car. As the way was told in court, they all start fighting and are basically causing a scene outside this vehicle. And as they found it in court today, Tory reaches over the top of the car door. Boom, 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 fires 5 shots, with some of them hitting Meg Thee Stallion in the feet. And this was the popular narrative when this initially happened, but over the next couple of years, Tory would come out and seemingly try and clear his name, saying that he was being blackballed by the industry, and saying that he was essentially in
Y'all heard that, right? Being blackballed by the industry. Listen. A lot of y'all just gotta listen and look what's going on. Open your... I'm trying not to cuss. Open your eyes. I know you're not that damn dumb. Open your eyes. Pay attention.
Rabbit type of situation. Now I want to take a moment to get more into the details of what the witnesses said, what went down during the course of the last 2 weeks of this trial, and why I feel like we're treading some murky waters here with this court case. Okay, so Tory was convicted of 3 felony accounts: assault with a semi-automatic handgun, carrying a loaded, unregistered firearm in a vehicle, and for basically shooting the gun. For being found guilty of these 3 crimes, he's now facing up to 20 years in prison, and of course could be deported back to Canada. Obviously, this has been a massive story over the last couple of years.
20 years?
People being on Team Meg Thee Stallion, and a whole lot of other people being on Team Tory. So as Meg Thee Stallion put it during her testimony, like I said, Tory reaches over the window, he says, "Dance, bitch, dance," and then he's firing at her feet 4 or 5 times. She's saying that what caused him to get so aggravated to the point that he would shoot her is basically that she said his music was whack, and that his ego was out of control for how big of an artist he actually was. Now, Tory's story, on the other hand, was completely different. He's saying that night they were in his house, that he had been having a romantic relationship with Meg Thee Stallion's best friend Kelsey Harris, but during those couple of weeks when he was being pictured with Meg Thee Stallion over and over again, apparently they also started to be involved in a romantic and intimate relationship. And so what Tory's saying is that that night that they went to Kylie Jenner's house, that was when Kelsey found out that her best friend Meg Thee Stallion was pretty much sleeping with the guy that she was talking to. The way Tory tells it is that this resulted in a fight between the two women, and so they wanted to leave the party, and also that Kylie Jenner at that point was like, oh, y'all gotta get the fuck out of my house. And what he's saying is they left that party, the two women continue arguing in the car, to the point where Meg Thee Stallion wants to get out of the car. Tory's defense team then says that Kelsey took the gun from the car, which belonged to Tory Lanez, started shooting at Meg Thee Stallion while she was turned around. They say that's when Tory came in, he starts trying to grab the gun from Kelsey, they start having this struggle, and then once he gets the gun from her, he shoots up in the air, boom, 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 5 times, just to kind of try and defuse the situation. While this whole situation was going down, there was really only one other eyewitness that I would consider to be impartial. It was this random person out on their balcony that night, and basically when that person recounted this whole situation, they say that they were woken up by a loud fight going on in the middle of the street between two women, who we can assume to be Meg Thee Stallion and Kelsey Harris, her best friend. And he says the first flashes of light that he thought were fireworks came from the hands of one of the women, leading a lot of people to believe that Kelsey was the shooter. This witness also added that he then saw the
that man said 20 years. He in jail right now. He had
everywhere 4 or 5 times. The other thing is
dude don't even have a bond.
The experts testified that gunshot residue was found on both Tory Lanez and Kelsey Harris, who were in close proximity, though DNA evidence tying Tory Lanez to the weapon was inconclusive, saying that they didn't even test Kelsey Harris for a DNA sample. I also didn't think that it would help her case that at the time of the shooting, when the police showed up and they asked what happened to her feet, she told them they had stepped on glass. And over the last 2 years, that police report led to a lot of people not believing in Meg. But her prosecution team says that in her defense, the reason that she lied to the police that day was because she didn't want to be a snitch, and that snitching is frowned upon in the hip-hop community, which she identified as a boys' club. They also talked about during the trial how in Meg Thee Stallion's interview with Gayle King, she lied about not having relations with Tory Lanez, and what she has to say about the reason she lied about that is that she lied because it was disgusting, adding, how could I share my body with someone who could shoot me? But like I said, we have to respect the process. Do I think that the general public will ever know exactly
I feel like it was too quick.
Night? Absolutely not. But at this point, he has been found guilty. Y'all let me know what you guys think about the verdict down below.
Hey, that's true. I'm going to say one thing, and I'm going to let y'all go. I saw a comment in Shade Room, and they said Jay-Z does not lose any cases. Shade Room, comments. I went to them, and they said Jay-Z does not lose. I'll see you in the next video.